Hello Taurus Moon Signs, and welcome to your prediction for the new moon in Libra happening around the 16th and 17th of October. Stay tuned. Alright, Taurus Moons. Firstly, may I just give a reference to my astrological resources, my beautiful friend Marion, and the Astrology Podcast, which you can find here on YouTube. And in terms of astrology, things are not particularly easy right now, but I always prefer to take a more empowered approach, even though a lot of the predictions are doom and gloom right now. I think that challenging astrology, I think challenges in general really just allow us to grow in speedier ways, to face the things we need to face so that we can shift and really move into better versions of who we are, so that we can see the truth of certain situations and so that we can make those necessary changes. And so we've been moving through this Mars retrograde energy. It's going to be about halfway through around the new moon time. We got Mercury stationing retrograde on the 14th. This is going to cause some communication problems, some logistic problems, difficulty making meetings, difficulty in understanding each other and building those understanding bridges. There's going to be sort of assumptions made about things that people are saying and they're not even meaning that, but and with the Mars retrograde, there's that flaring of the ego, there's that eruption of the old versions of masculinity that need to be purged, that need to be healed, so that we can shift into the sacred masculine, so that we can shift into a space of balance, so that we can balance out those divine feminine and masculine energies, so that we can activate that divine balance. And it really requires each individual one of us to be doing that work, to be seeing those mirrors, to be seeing the mirrors of selves. And so may we utilize this astrology in empowering ways together, so that we can shift this world into more harmonious living. There's also going to be some aspects happening between Mercury and Uranus, which is kind of this like drastic, dramatic, like revolutionary kind of unlocking of truths, ideas. It can be quite uncomfortable to see this truth, but it is necessary, guys. The truth does set you free, even when it's maybe a difficult truth to face. But once we've faced it, the worst is over, and then it's just time to shift and to utilize this new information so that we can create better systems and become better people. So in terms of general energy for you guys, here I've got the 7 of Earth, the Knight of Earth, the 7 of Water, the 4 of Water, and the 8 of Earth. So quite a few general energies coming up for you, but they jumped and they just had to come through. And the thing is, Taurus Moons, I mean, you are so good at manifesting wealth, at taking practical steps, at mastering the material. You're really good at this. And the thing is, with the 7 of Earth coming through, it's saying your seeds are well planted. You've got these great visions. You're doing the groundwork. You're moving through things ahead. But there's this kind of temporary pause in action and this unnecessary worry around this situation. And the thing is, the astrology is probably what's making you feel like things are not moving the way I want them to, and like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing this because now it's kind of been halted. But please don't give up on these ideas and these seeds that you've planted. Like right now, you need to be watering the garden, you need to be finessing the plans, putting the details down, looking at the different ways you can make things happen, and do continue to take steps and stop placing worry around the project. Place love around the project and know that once things start moving, they'll start moving freely and flowing again. It's time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. So yes, push forward even though it's challenging. There is an energy around you, a guide, an angel, there is someone protecting you through this and giving you the strength to take the steps and to make things move forward. And you know, yes, there are going to be some challenges and some things that stop you from moving forward. Like maybe it's your health, maybe it's your physical well-being, and so maybe you just had to slow down and spend some time healing before you could continue. But the thing is, while you're sitting and healing and maybe you're not mobile, you can be thinking things through and you can be making plans and you can be getting those details down and you can be using the time to visualize the success of your project. Remember the power of your visualization skills and remember the power you have to transmute your worry into excitement. When you start worrying about something, then shift your worry into being grateful about all of the different things that surround this. And you know, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself, because a lot of the time your worry is based in absolute falsity. You're worrying because maybe people are not going to like what you're doing, or you know what, not everyone is going to like what you're doing ever. And are you going to let that stop you from doing something? Like, what about all the people who are going to love and appreciate and resonate with what you're doing, right? You do it for those people, not for everybody. Not everybody's going to like it. It's okay. It's not for them. Stop procrastinating. Do some more research, do some more thinking, make the decision that you need to make, and get things going. Stop procrastinating. Stop listening to all those silly little narratives going on in your head. Shut them up and move this thing forward. Move this thing forward. It's not full steam. It's not, you're not going to do it all in one day, but take at least one step every single day towards making this come into reality. Stop procrastinating. Open your eyes to all of the beautiful possibilities that lie before you, because there is more than one. There's this sense of like boredom and resentment around you, and I really just need you to get excited about the things you're doing, because they are actually exciting. And while you're allowing yourself to linger in the boredom, you are dulling your own magic. So I need you to get up in the morning and start speaking empowering words to yourself. I'm excited about what I'm doing. My project is meaningful. I am amazing. I'm thrilled to be living this life. I'm so excited to get up in the morning and do these things. I love to feed myself so that I can have the energy for the day. And I need you to shift that narrative. There's just this sense of like, oh, another day. Come guys, you are magic. You are magic. Shift the boredom. That's your choice. Your skills are incredible. You have the skills necessary for this project, and when you utilize these skills and you push forward with these things, despite some of the difficulties, despite some of the challenges, you will be rewarded. And please do this. Do this thing. Come on. You've got this. I really feel like you've been holding back. The time for that is over. The time for that is over. And using Mars retrograde and Mercury retrograde as an excuse for that is just no. The only excuse you may have for Mars and Mercury retrograde is that you maybe don't move as quickly as you would normally, but you still move. Yeah, you need to really check in with your thought processes, hey? Like, I feel like your new moon ritual really needs to be like a self-hypnosis of reprogramming your own empowering beliefs, because you are magic. You are incredible. You have the skills necessary. Shift your energy. Fill yourself with excitement. Get amped. Get amped as if you were going out to like a really cool festival when you're getting up to go do your work, because it is that cool. What you're doing is that exciting. In terms of the energy we have unfolding for you leading up to this new moon, we have the Page of Cups with the Hanged Man. So the Page of Cups is talking about checking in with that relationship you have with yourself, because you are feeling a little bit stuck right now. You're feeling like you can't move things forward. You're feeling like you can't get things done. And I want you to know that that is a false narrative you're feeding yourself. It doesn't matter what challenges are currently being presented to you, and like, sure, you can't maybe move in exactly the ways that you wanted, and it's not full steam ahead, but you can get things going. You can do planning, you can do thinking, you can do reading, you can do research, you can do paperwork. Like, there are so many things you can still move forward with, and you can do the reprogramming in terms of how you think about yourself, how you think about your projects, and how you fill yourself with that energy. And so I really want you to recognize that while it feels like you're stuck and not moving forward, you are still moving forward. The world doesn't stop moving. Things are always flowing and moving. Your heart is pumping blood around your body. You're doing healing work. Like, seriously, please stop telling yourself that you're stuck. You're not stuck. You're not stuck. You really do need to work on shifting that perspective right now. In terms of the energy we have happening for you over the new moon, we have the Nine of Swords with the King of Cups. Emotions are flowing through. And you are checking in with some of your sadness and some of those low points, and maybe some tears need to be shed. And it is important to allow that emotion to come through, and it's important to also interrogate, like, where is it coming from, what is it based in, and what needs to be forgiven and released at this point, so that I don't have to keep returning to that same feeling. You know what I mean? Because I mean, we're always going to come back to a sadness or a slump or a depression, but you know, sometimes we're carrying the same things and we're not quite dealing with it. So just check in, do some forgiving, do some self-forgiving, and understand that it's powerful for you to enter into those spaces and shine your light there and do your healing work, and know that while you're doing this, you are your own shaman. You are creating that bridge between the unseen and the seen worlds, and you are developing your intuition in more powerful ways, and you're understanding yourself, and you're building bridges of understanding from one aspect of yourself to another. You are healing the splits that have been present, and creating new neural pathways, and creating links between heart space and mind space. And I'm really just feeling a meditation with water for you guys. Do some work with some water. If you can, go swim in a natural body of water, cleanse yourself in this way. Maybe you can speak words of empowerment to a glass of water and drink it, but just bring in that emotional space and like hold space for your emotions, allow them to flow through, and know that you're not done, it's not over, there's more to do, and you've got this, and this is a powerful time of healing for you. And then in terms of what is unfolding for you after the new moon, we have the Star card with the Ten of Swords. And the Star card is really, really a card of hope, of love, of divine femininity, of strength. And paired with the Ten of Swords card, I'm really glad that this Star card came through for you with the Ten of Swords, because the Ten of Swords is talking about this feeling of rock bottom. And this is definitely an emotional space for you. It's not really tied in with your projects, but I think it may affect your projects. And the thing is, if you are being very serious about doing this self-work, doing the programming, checking in with the way you're speaking to yourself, checking in with the way you're seeing things, checking in with the way that you are empowering yourself and creating excitement in your life, and essentially just reprogramming the way you see, you can avoid this rock bottom. You don't have to go there, but you know, some of you are going to need to just go there in order to pull yourselves out again, in order to shine your light in those shadowy aspects, and in order to see those spaces that need to be healed. And maybe the thing that's taking you there is the fact that your family around you, your friends, and perhaps your love partners are, you know, they're feeling triggered, and because you're so sensitive, you're picking up on all of that stuff all the time. But what I want you to know is that this Star card of hope, of strength, of love, of divine femininity, it is holding you through this time. And so know that as you enter into this space, that you shall return stronger, more connected, and more connected especially to that divine feminine aspect, a deeper understanding of your intuition, a deeper understanding of your inner strength. And this is the thing, you know, we can pull so much of that inner strength and that self-knowing from those dark aspects and from those journeys that we go through. And you know, the deeper we go into the darkness, the higher we may penetrate into the realms of joy, of love, of expansion, of abundance. The deeper our ability to feel love as well, and compassion, and also to have empathy for others. And so beautiful, Taurus moons. I really hope this resonates. If it does, please hit like, please hit subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, my love with you as you move through this very empowering and important and drastic shift within the core of who you are. May you do this healing work in empowering ways. I'd love it if you connected with me on Instagram. I do a weekly live in that space on a Tuesday. It would be amazing to see you there. And yeah, if you'd like to do a full tarot spread with me, please drop me an email. I'd love to do this work with you. Everything is linked below. And as always, until next time, with love.